Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Osaze Obaseki Osemege. With me here on this platform is Joy Ativie, a seasoned trainer and educationist and a very, very specialized mental health expert. Also, we have here on board, she's assisting me, and on board we also have Engineer Odu, a current certified engineer. He will be taking questions from us on project management. Please don't forget that this is an introduction to project management. It's an awareness program that puts you on a sound footing on taking decisions on becoming a project manager. And I'm sure after this training, you will be better off. So we'll be taking questions from you, and we'll be starting with Benedict Akingbade. Please, just 1 minute when you ask a question, 1 minute, and so that we can respond to it quickly. That we can attend to as many questions as possible. Are you there, Benedict Akingbade? Okay, Benedict is not ready. Benedict is not ready. We'll move on to the next person. Patrick. I just have Patrick here. Who is Patrick? Patrick, are you ready? I can see that a lot of us just raise our hands and we are not ready to ask questions. Infinix Hot 5. Who is Infinix Hot 5? Okay, Alex Okorafor. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, over to you.
Yes, please, what are the special skills required for one to be a project manager? Special skills required.
Okay, Alex Okorafor, if I understand your question very well, you say what are the special skills for one to be a project manager apart from the educational qualification you'll be having or you are right now. So, Mr. Odu, over to you. Alex wants to know those special skills that you need to have. Okay, sorry, what is this name?
Depends on how be on. I will level bad thing, but it's not on yet.
Even though I'm not the bottom.
Look at him. And I'm the host now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the question. We must understand that project management needs a lot of skills. It's a multidisciplinary skill you need for project management work, but the most important will be people skill, because a project manager is a team builder. He builds teams to achieve project, to achieve, to arrive at the deliverables. So he needs a people skill, a team manager, and his communication skills. Technical skills are also very important in project management work. And you also need to have, let me say, ability to coordinate activities, people together. So it's a multi-task job of a project manager needs. I don't know whether it answers your question.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Odu. Mr. Okurafo, are you okay? Mr. Okurafo, are you there? Okay, so let's move ahead. It's okay. Yeah, Mr. Okurafo is okay. Awoniyi Olaleko, your question, please. 1 minute. Awoniyi. Okay, let's move on to someone else. Sarah Agunsoye. Sarah Agunsoye. Okay, Olarotimi Williams.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, doctor, and thank you, engineer.
Hello. Please, we cannot be raising our hands, and when we are called to speak, we cannot unmute because we are somewhere else. Please, I think it's not nice. Yeah. Clazican. Since everybody seems to be raising their hands and they're not ready to talk, just send me a message that you want to talk, please. Clazican. Over to you, Clazican, please. Your message, your question. Clazican, please unmute yourself. Is Clazican there? Musa Issa, over to you.
Hello, good evening, sir. Hello? Hello?
Musa Issa?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. Musa Issa, please unmute yourself.
Okay. Thank you very much. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
My question is also in respect to what the first person asked on what specifically is the work of project manager open to every profession? Like say one is a lawyer now, or an accountant, or an economist. Can such people be a project manager and then a project work? I don't know if my question is clear.
Okay.
I've concluded. Hello.
Please just give us some few minutes to quickly change the setting of our host. We are having issues. That's why we seem to be having issues here and there. Just give us some 10 minutes to change the setting. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. I think we are set to roll now. Sorry for the hitch. And I want to believe that. Sorry for the hitch. And I want to believe that. Okay. Sorry for the hitch. I think we should be able to move ahead now. Sorry, we lost the first person. Musa asked his last question. He talked about the background of those who are qualified to become project managers. Over to you, Engineer Odu.
Project manager. You know, a lot of
Okay. Thank you. I think we are back. I want to believe everything is okay now. Mr. Odu, kindly respond to the last question by Musa. And he asked if there's a specific background or someone, academic background someone must have to become a project manager. Thank you. Over to you, Mr. Odu.
Yeah. So, as I said, project manager job is a people skill. The project manager is essentially a team player, and he is a people skill, if you have people skill, communication skills, leadership skill, coordination skills, you can take up the job of a project manager. Any course you study in the university, you can do the job of a project manager if you have such skills I mentioned. And also, some technical skills is required for some type of projects, because project has some activities that need to be, they need to be coordinated. And take, for example, as I said, a project manager is a people person. He has to look at the stakeholders, all the stakeholders, and what are their conflicting interests. He needs to harmonize their interests before they will agree together. Not only stakeholders, even the team manager, his team managers, and the board that is giving him this, job to do. So it's a people kind of activity. And I think even a social science person background can still do the job of a project management. Thank you. I don't know whether it makes any sense.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's take questions from Adigwe Victoria. Adigwe Victoria, are you there? Adigwe Victoria, please just lower your hand if you know you're not going to ask questions, because you're raising your hand simply means you are ready to ask questions. Okay. Janet Dixon, are you there? Telanga. Over to you, Telanga. Telanga Daniel.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, my question is related to traditional project management. And the question is, how do you, as a good project manager, how do you handle or manage critical stakeholders who are likely to constitute threat to the success of the project? How do you manage them as a good project manager?
Okay, basically what you are trying to find out is when a project is set and is on, there are going to be threats from maybe
critical people who are considered as critical stakeholders. Of course.
They become a threat to you if probably things are not going their way, or they are not being given what they want.
Yes.
So how do
yes,
you
and the benefits they are requesting for are benefits that will sabotage the effort.
Okay.
Of a successful project management.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. If I understand you very well, the project manager, before at the initiation phase, he organizes what he calls a stakeholder meeting. At the stakeholder meeting, all the stakeholders, everyone that the project will affect or the project will benefit, they are all called into a stakeholder meeting. So everybody's interest will be addressed at that meeting. That's where he gets the success fund, to harmonize everybody. And he must be able to get all the stakeholders, into, a representative into that meeting, so that there will be no conflicting issue. Because after the initiation phase, when we're going to the next phase, they can't add anything or subtract. Everybody have agreed. In fact, a project manager, that job, there must be an agreement. It's an agreed, planned activity. So that's how he handles the issue of stakeholders.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Just a minute. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Odu. Thank you for answering that question. Let's talk to Shehu Farouk. Shehu Farouk, please unmute yourself. Shehu Farouk, are you with us?
How are you?
Yeah, it's obvious that Shehu Farouk has bad network on his side, so might not be able to answer his question. Okay, Adebisi Ilori. Adebisi Ilori. Over to you. Adebisi Ilori.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, after my question, how do one identify and manage risk involved in a project management, sir?
Okay, over to you, Mr. Odu, Engineer Odu, sorry.
Yeah, a project has constraints. So there are some constraints to project itself. We have costs, we have time, quality, and scope. We also have risk. There is a risk management. Each of these constraints has risk management. It has a manager who is in charge of each of these during the initiation phase. So risk is built into that triangle. Risk and resources coming. So the risk will come up at any stage, but there's a plan for it to handle all the risk right from the beginning of the planning of that particular project. So he managed the risk. He has a plan on ground to be able to, address any risk that will arise from the beginning of the project.
Okay,
I don't know
thank
whether
you
it
very
makes
much.
sense.
I think if I want to assist the person that just asked that question, he wants to have an idea of how risk can be identified. Maybe just give us a single case scenario.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you have, let's say, like you are doing, maybe you are trying to achieve a project that is going to affect, you did not know that this thing is going to affect the environment, probably, and then all of a sudden, it became a threat to the community or to the environment where you are doing the job. But a project manager, is his duty to actually know that even from the beginning. So that's why a risk is built into one of the constraints. Is a risk management is built into the work from the beginning. So he has already simulated, and a project manager must have gone that far to know the risks that will arise in any project. If you take, for example, any particular project that is going to since we are not, this is an introduction, we are not going to a scenario where we have one example here and there, but I think that's everything starts from the initiation phase.
Thank you very much, Mr. Odu. Let's go to, I hope your question has been answered.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Very good.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Ilori. Let's move ahead. Please, let's understand that we cannot become project managers just with the one-day course. And may I remind everybody here that this program is an awareness program to help you make up your mind to become a project manager or not, to help you make a decision as to whether to go ahead or not. If it's one of the few things we've been doing to build people's confidence in moving towards another line of profession altogether, which is almost non-existent in the country right now. With this training, you can sit down and say, yes, Mr. Odu, I expect people to be asking questions like, Mr. Odu, how did I become a project manager? How many years will it take me? What are the certifications? Which school will I attend? This and that. Those are the things I want to start. I think we should be hearing, because asking project-specific questions as to risk, what kind of risk and all that, it simply means they're already a practicing project manager, or you want to go into practice immediately, which I don't want to believe that this certificate is enough to make you do. So let's be realistic and properly channel our questions to giving us a broad view, or a broader view as to how to progress professionally on this, on becoming a project manager. I hope I've been able to help 1 or 2 persons. Okay, we'll move ahead and we'll look at Michael Musa Onakwa. Over to you. You have a question to ask?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. It's a pleasure being with you one more time.
Thank you, sir.
Please, my question is special duty. We often hear of special duty in some organizations, even in government, and project managing. Are they the same, similar, or different in functions and achievable goals? So that we can really understand whether being a project manager is all that is important, or if you are on a special duty, you are already project manager. I don't quite get. Can we get some clarifications?
Okay, over to you, Mr. Odu, Engineer Odu.
Okay, yeah, as I, special duty is a continual work. A project has time, and when it begins and when it ends. A project is a temporary venture, and it cannot be the same thing with a special duty, or what they call it, special duty. Yeah, that is a political arrangement, and it's an ongoing process. But project has time limits. I'm going to start this project, I'm going to end this particular time, and then all the resources have to be put together to make sure that that objective is, and it's going to come out with a new outcome. There's going to be a deliverable, an outcome, come from it. In fact, a new thing is created when a project happens. So it's not the same thing as special duty. That is a continual working with, I don't know if I understand what special duties mean. Is it these people working with government and working with and all of that? I don't think that's not project management.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to believe your question has been answered too.
Are we now saying?
Hello, Michael Musa.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Hello. I'm asking for further understanding whether it could be considered as a contract, as a project manager. Do you operate as a contractor?
I don't think I get your question. Mr. Odu,
Is
that question?
a contractor?
As a contractor,
Is it that?
Yes,
your line is breaking, and then time is going.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. Ibrahim Muhammad. Ibrahim Muhammad.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I'm very happy to be in your midst this time around on this particular course.
Thank you.
It's a very interesting course that I know many people like me may be looking up to.
Thank you.
But that really I quickly go through what we were able to read through the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
When they are added, when they are defining project, the project management is of processes, application of skills. What are these skills? And they are the application of method. All those things, I think maybe if we can get it right from that level, before we can now move, many people might have even have experience of managing different projects.
Okay, thank you, Ibrahim Muhammad.
For me to now go to have a lot of abandoned projects. Yes, sir. How could
Yeah, I think
we really get this right?
The network is not okay, but I think we get your point.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, he's suggesting that we should have proper approach to project management. And if I want to believe that, so that we don't have cases of abandoned project, all that. But I think we are just trying to be very, very academic here in our approach, because for me, this training and this program is meant to put people on the right path towards becoming project managers. Yeah, I would personally want to find out from Mr. Onu, if you want to advise on young graduates, or for those that want to do a career change, what would you advise them to do? Assuming we have three persons, one studied theater art, the other person studied sociology, and the other one studied mathematics, and they all want to become project managers. Will that ever be possible? Over to you, Mr. Onu.
Yes, sir. All of them can, it's possible they can become, develop themselves into project management by going to the project management school and get a certification. You'll be trained. As I said, when we say application, there's something knowledge, and there's also this application. Somebody said wisdom is application of knowledge. A project manager does not apply not only knowledge, his experience, his skills, his tools that he needs. So if you discover from what you study in your first degree or whatever, whether you did not study, but there are schools, there are many, the PMI, even online, you can get a certification on project management and dive into it if you know that you have this kind of skills, especially the team player skill, the team leader skill, to coordinate other team people, to achieve a particular project. Because not everybody have this skill. Not people know how to garner resources around achieving an objective. And that's the reason why you have abandoned projects. Because if you don't have a good team player who becomes a manager, everything will go haywire. Nobody wants to get along with such a person. But we have some people that have skills. In whatever you study, if you know you have the skill, you know how to, to coordinate things. You know how to, play around people's talent and bring other people's skill. Because you may not have all the talent you need. You may not have all. You need to outsource them while you are on your job as a project manager. You can outsource anything you don't have. But if by politics, just as somebody say, give a contract to somebody and he doesn't know how to go about it, he will abandon the project and we'll have all of that all around. So I think.
Okay, thank you very much.
It's a good start.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's an excellent answer to the begging question. I still see some persons posting questions like how I studied whatever in this and that. Can I be a project manager? I think that is exactly what we are talking about now, because people need to understand that with the advent of technology, social media, and improved way of communication, and studies, you have access to so much knowledge and information out there to help you migrate from one form of job to another. And that's what Mr. Odu is telling us here. So, sir, where do we classify this certificate, UKCPD accredited on project management? Now, the question they are asking now is that where do they classify it? They want, we classify this as level 2. It's an awareness program. Level 2, UKCPD accredited project management training. It's an awareness program. And it's going to be clearly stated there that it's an awareness program. It's a program that helps to answer your question of will I be? I'm sure after this training, you should be able to say, yes, I want to go ahead. I know now I can be a project manager. Okay, Mr. Odu, I want to also ask you a question. Do you think that after studying this course, anybody that must have studied this course, do you think the person has a chance of moving ahead to study further and become a project manager?
Yes. This is, as you said, it's an awareness program, and it's letting people to know what project management entails. So if you look around yourself and you know that you have some of these qualities you are mentioning, you can go to online, even online, you can, you pay money and you join online and they give you a certification. Even there are NPM that gave me a certification 2013, they are around and they see online. You can get it offline and online and get a training if you want to change a career, or if you know you are capable and you can go further in this. Because this thing is calling for people who have people's key. As I say, people's key is very key, you know, and it's sometimes you need to, if you don't have it, to develop yourself in that area before you can become very successful in project management.
Very good. Thank you very much. This is good to know. And I also would like to find out from you. Okay, I need to assure everybody here that one of the things we'll be providing for you, one of the information you'll be getting between now and tomorrow, schools, you can do your further studies to earn your certifications in project management if you want to take it further from where you are right now. And that this certificate you're going to get here gives you the foothold to become a project manager and take it further from here. So we'll be doing that. I will be talking to Dr. Engineer Odu, I don't know why I call him Odu, to give us advice on where people can proceed further to get to the next stage of project management. And now some people keep asking, how long does it take? I don't think that question is the kind of question that should come up. He just mentioned that these things are in stages. Becoming a project manager, you have to go through different stages and categories. So it's not how long. Don't start thinking about all the stages. Go stage by stage. That is one thing we need to start doing in Africa here. We need to go stage by stage. You've done the first stage, which is the awareness program. You can now say, yes, I think I can become a project manager. I'm becoming a project manager. I've started. This is a process I need to start. And that's all. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's something else I want to find out from you. I'm just trying to aggregate all the questions I'm seeing here to be able to create my own question based on what I'm seeing from everybody so that you can generally be answering everybody. Now, how lucrative is the field of project management for people that want to go into it?
Yeah, project management is very lucrative because if you find yourself in an organization also employ people there in that office, specifically for, you know, as a project manager in an organization. In fact, most of the organizations need to have that. A lot don't have for now. So there is an open chance that if you're a project manager, you get a lot of jobs. You can be employed in any organization that is serious, you know, most especially organization that there's change. mostly a change that will necessitate, you know, a project. And they will not, as instead of outsourcing, they use their project manager who is just within the organization. And number two, you can also start out just like me, having a company, floating a company that is major into project management, just like a company I have. You know, I'm venturing into that in Abuja here, and actually reaching out. It's very lucrative because if you can do the job, if you can achieve 1 or 2 jobs, you know, the problem of abandoned projects, I think, will be a thing of the past if we begin to build on that. And essentially, I don't know, it's lucrative, but it's abandoned for now. It's not many are into that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate your time, and it's clear that you have a very deep insight and knowledge about project management. And I also want to believe that all the students that are taking this training have been able to understand that this training gives them an awareness of what project management is all about. Yeah. Okay. For someone who wants to change career to the line of project management, how can one go about it? I think we've answered all these questions. The major problem I have with doing Zoom most times is that most persons will just keep their pictures and they go to the kitchen to cook or do something else, and only to come back and ask the same question that has been treated. If they are seated down here listening to us from beginning to the end, like Mr. Alex or Sophia, I don't think they will be asking that kind of question. Mr. Alex and Sophia will be seated here listening to us from beginning to the end. I don't think he has missed that part. Yeah. Why are you laughing? Who is laughing? Is it funny? It's true now, because people will be in the kitchen. They'll just put their picture and think they are there with you. They are not there. But they will come back and ask. Once I see those kind of questions, I don't waste my time. Kunle Akambi, have you been with us all this while? Kunle Akambi, are you with us? He can't hear me. Yes, Kunle Akambi, over to you. What do you want to say?
Thank you very much. I never left here. I'm actually in my study.
Yes,
and the reason why I decided not to put on my video is because of bandwidth.
Okay.
So it depends on each individual whether they want to be committed to this learning or not. Okay, so I'm just one of them. I'm committed. This 1 hour, very, very important. Thank you so much for this.
Excellent.
For
I
this.
like that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So my question is just to differentiate. I just want to ask, is there any connection between project management, program management, and portfolio management? Because if you see some advertisements, if you want to develop a career, you see some are saying that they want a program manager. Some will say project manager. So if there is a connection, can you help us out so that somebody that wants to develop him or herself in one of them will know why project management is different or they are also the same? Thank you.
Thank you. Over to you, Mr. Ono.
Yes, there is a project manager, there is a program manager, and portfolio manager. It's like a program manager who have some groups of projects that are having things together. Managers that are in charge of projects that have maybe 1, 2, 3 projects, they are sharing a particular resources or sharing a particular, things together. They are grouped together and they call a program manager. Then the portfolio manager. A portfolio manager is a different. It has the different project in the project. The whole work is you have the project manager, and in the work there are so many other projects that are distinct on their own. They are on their own. They are not connected. They are called, portfolio projects. So they are managers assigned to those projects that are not grouped together are called portfolio managers. You know, in the same project, a same one project can have program manager, it can have portfolio manager, you know, all there, just to work together to achieve the common and the biggest goal, you know, in the program. I don't know whether that makes sense. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I want to believe that Akunle Akambi, your question has been answered. Akunle Akambi.
Yes, sir. You've been answered that very well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Olatunde Ogunlade, if I unmute you, you have only 1 second to ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure meeting you people this
Thank
night.
you.
Please, sir, I want to ask some question. My first question is, I want you to state it categorically. I want you to give me in details, that's to analyze it, the level of this certificate result as executive diploma. I want you to give me the level of the result. Then the next one after this, you know, like OND, HND, then postgrad degree to become a project manager. So up to the level of making a degree or a certain level that I can just become a project manager. Then I want you to tell me, when is this organization, this particular organization, going to be upgraded or going to, I don't know, to become something like a university or more, like just, because I'm just enjoying the class, you know, it's so advanced up to a standard that you just need some little steps to take and become a, I'm enjoying the class. That's just it.
Thank you. I gave you only 1 second, but you have entered like 100 seconds already.
Sorry for that.
Yes, thank you. Your comment is more of a compliment, and we appreciate it. Yeah, this certificate, we initially we were trying to make everything executive diploma, but we said no. Let's make this a UK CPD accredited project management awareness training level 2. The executive diploma, of course, because it's executive diploma, it looks big, everybody, yeah, but it's more like a professional team just there. But the UK CPD accredited certificate is more how do I put it? It's more in line with the profession you are doing. It can be identified and trace a particular line of learning. Now we are talking of engineer Odu. If you are asked who taught you this program, you say this engineer Odu. This is very, very specific. It is deliberate and it is aimed to identify and clearly make it distinct that this certificate is level 2. Now, we don't always claim what we don't have. If we are talking about the advanced form of project management in steps.
Network. The network, the network is not.
No, don't worry. We'll be recording this, so I'm sure when you play it again, you'll get it. Yeah.
Because so I just packed by.
The advanced form of this training is what Mr. Onu has talked about, and we've promised that we are going to list out the steps that you can take, the various category and levels to climb to the highest level. We will state it out in the class for you so that you can take note of it and probably recommend places to school or what to study to get to those levels. But what we are giving you is an opportunity for you to start, and you have a particular step you've climbed already with this program. Thank you very much. We are not going to leave anybody behind. Yeah, we are not going to leave anybody behind. We are going to carry everybody along. And If we are planning any fiscal rendezvous, for now, no. So from next year, we'll be having a lot of meetings after trainings like this. We'll be having a lot of meetings. And like we said, nobody will be left behind. Everybody will be carried along. After our training, we always make sure that we give advice to our students, support them, and make sure they are not left behind, not left hanging. Like this course is not going to be different. We are going to tell you how you can progress further after this training. That's the essence. It's not just about the certificate alone you are getting. It's also the support and the encouragement, professional advice you'll be getting from people like Engineer Odu. Okay, Charles Akodi. I can say you want to ask your question. Are you there, Charles Akodi?
Yes, I am here. Good evening, Dr. Sachs.
Okay, good evening.
And yeah, I would do for a wonderful job.
Thank you.
By my understanding, projects are specific in nature and require some specific skills to manage such projects. I'll give you an example. If you are in hospitality industry and you have a function, probably somebody want to do wedding and you want to probably cook for them and accommodate them, you can set up, I mean, a team to handle that. That could be maybe a project.
Yeah.
Production company too, their project may differ, so also a generic company and the rest of them. Now, if projects are in nature because they have timeline, why will one want to pursue a permanent career as a project manager? That's number one. Because if you are trained as a project manager, you cannot function in every organization. There are some organizations that require specific skills for you to function as a project manager in that organization. So if I now know that I have limitation in becoming a project manager, why will I want to pursue that as a career? Thank you.
Okay. So basically, Engineer Onu, what Mr. Charles is saying is that since projects differ, one might not lay claim to the fact that everybody can become project managers because you also need some skills. Solomon Enos Segbe, please, we don't allow this, put on your shirt or we exit you from the program. We don't allow appearances like this, please. Let's put on something. Yeah, thank you. So, Engineer Ono, what he is trying to find out is that you might have projects in construction, in hospitality, in this and that. Can one, because he is now a project manager, be able to work in any of these areas simply because he's already a project manager?
Yes, of course. That's what I said from the beginning. That, you know, the project manager is not all, he doesn't know all. There are some that he needs to get, bring up, like if he doesn't have a technical skill, he can get a technical person who will handle that aspect. But the core work of a project manager is team building. Team building. So if you can, even if you don't have technical knowledge in that area, you can play that work of it. You can do the project manager of a construction, and you can do a project manager of an organizing a show. It's the same project manager that can handle any of this, all of this together, because his people, he's going to be dealing with people at all stages. And if you don't have people skill, you have a technical skill, but you don't have people skill. If you don't have people skill, you have no business doing that job of a manager, of a project management. If you don't have, you know, a leadership skill, ability to coordinate people and bring them together to agree together, you cannot do the job of it. So it's not everybody that can do this job. You can carve it out. There's a niche for a project manager. He can do, it's so diverse because anyone he does not have, he can outsource. He can bring it in just to achieve what he wants to achieve. So I don't believe that, I strongly believe that there's a niche for a project manager. And That's where we're having a lot of abandoned projects, just as you said before, because if the person handling a project is not qualified and he don't have what it takes, he will abandon the work because problem will come, he cannot handle it any longer. And that's where there's a place for a project management professionals, if I can submit that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Onu. Mr. Charles, are you okay?
Yes, I'm very okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we have gone past our time. It's now 11 minutes past 9. Any moment from now, we'll be rounding off. We can't take all the questions. Maybe what will happen is we might have to schedule another Zoom session with Engineer Odu with his permission. And I will also, based on the questions I'm seeing here, ask him to do some extra work for us, give us a list of stages you can pass through to become a certified project manager, and all the softwares you need, how to get them, where to study and use them, and every details we need to find out. These are extras we'll be adding to the materials we'll be getting. And hopefully by tomorrow, you will get those information, especially for those of you that will be getting your certificates, so that you have a very sound footing and take a final decision according to Frank Edo of Who Wants to Become a Millionaire. Final answer. You give yourself final answer. Yes. Thank you very much. Unyeme Akpan, I can see you are already a project manager with your picture. You have questions to ask? Unyeme Akpan.
Yes, I had a question to ask, but in the course of the discussion, I think some of my questions have been dealt with, so
very good.
I'm okay. Thank you.
God bless you. I like you. You don't have time to waste. Very good. Yes. I'm afraid of calling a woman now to ask questions because women always take time to explain. Let me see. Is it Asala Olabode? We'll just take 2 more questions and that's all. Asala Olabode. Are you there? She's not there. Okay. Nene. Okay, Nene, are you there?
Yes, please.
Okay.
When he was trying to explain about the program manager project in the portfolio, for the portfolio, I don't know if I get it clearly, but was he trying, because I get to understand he said for the program manager, it can be like a sub from the project manager, but for the portfolio, he was trying to say it's different from the program manager, from the program. I don't get that part.
Portfolio manager in a project, you have different sub-projects in a project. So anyone handling a sub-project in a project is handling a portfolio.
But it's all geared towards the same project, right?
Of course, because that portfolio cannot stand alone and say it's a project. It must have to be completed with other portfolios to give you the final result of your project.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, any other woman here? We need to hear their voice. Balance it. Linda, are you here? Linda. Chile, Linda.
Sir, I'm here. Good evening, sir.
Okay, your question.
Okay, so my question is, as a secretary of a particular organization, you are assigned with the duty to monitor a particular project. And in the course of your monitoring, you discover that there are some constraints from a particular team member. What are the measures you are going to take to correct the risks and then keep the project going up to the completion level? That is my one question. And then the second question, I want to find out, as a female certified safety officer, how is the knowledge of my project management going to help me in the course of my field work as a female safety officer?
Okay, before Ms. Engineer Odu comes in, this is the first question is like a blank check. You are telling us to mention the problem and solve the problem. I want to believe you have a particular problem in mind that you want us to use as a case study, but you've not given us one. Like he mentioned earlier, every project comes with its risk and it must have been analyzed. But along the line, within team members, disagreement can come up, issues can come up. And he has also answered how that can be handled. And I want to believe that in a project, there are periodic meetings, appraisals, analysis of the project, how far it has gone. And within this period, such issues can be handled. Now, I understand there could be personal or project-related issues, but all those things are things that can be handled, and mechanism must have been built into that project to handle cases like that. But for your second question, I want Engineer Odu to answer this.
Yeah, this question, second
Right,
question.
thank you, sir.
What is that? I didn't get her well. It's like her
She's
talking
a safety
about
officer.
personal.
How will it help her to? How will it benefit her coming into project management as a safety officer, a certified safety officer?
Okay, that's if she wants to add project management to it. If she want to, it's just simple. If she like this, as you say, this is an awareness. She has seen what project management is all about altogether. If she knows she has the skill, and she knows she can play the job, she can go out and add it to her career now. She can add it to her career as safety person, and also a project manager.
Yeah, but will it be of advantage to her? What other advantage will she get? Being of course, she cannot unlearn herself not to become a safety manager. She's already a safety manager, but what will be
she's already a safety manager. So if she wants to add project management to it, maybe to boost her career in that place, I think she is open for her to do that.
Okay. Thank you. Tile, Linda, are you okay?
Yes, partially. It's okay. Thank you very much, sir.
I know it's partial, but I want to believe that. Yes, I want to believe that
was not clear.
In a project, definitely there's always a provision for safety, security, and safety management in every project. And I want to believe that as a project manager, that aspect of the project shouldn't be where you even need to go and outsource it to somebody else. Or even if you outsource it, you'll be having a very clear oversight function over that area. But beyond that, I think every section of a project must have an input of safety in that project. And that is where you come in. It gives you, it's a plus for you anyway, if you want to become a project manager. You are a step ahead of a lot of other.
It's all right, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's all right, sir. Thank you. God bless you, sir.
Okay, please, we have to go home. Even though we are on Zoom and we are in our rooms, but we have to go home. You know what I mean by going home. I've promised you that tomorrow we'll be sending you a lot of information about project management. This certificate is already a stepping stone for you. If you don't have this certificate, I don't know how you want to start. It is something that is rare. It's almost not existent in Africa. We are the first to do it in Africa. We are giving everybody opportunity to wake up and resurrect their educational pursuit and say, wow, I'm sure before this training, most people never knew that they could ever dream of becoming project managers. Now, the hope is there. You've seen the light that you can become one. Get this certificate and show the world that you are getting ready to become the project manager that you've been waiting for. And read up the materials. We'll be sending you more materials. Read up the materials. We'll be sending you steps that you use to progress in your career. We'll be sending you softwares you need to learn how to use. We also encourage you to do a lot of reading on your own. equip yourself with knowledge and information, and let the certificate be an evidence that, yes, you have that skill to even work in a project management department by virtue of the fact that you have a training in project management awareness program. Thank you very much. And God bless us all. Thank you very much, Engineer Odu.
Thank you.
Look forward to having you very often on our program to handle higher levels of project management training for us. Okay. And we also want to believe that all the students here will be part in the class. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much.
This course is being recorded to be sent to the class, and you'll get a copy of the video. Please watch it over and over and again, and be able to have a better understanding of what the training is all about. Thank you, and good night.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Thank
you.
Good night.
Thank you so much.
God bless you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much. It's been wonderful.
Good night, everyone. Having wonderful lectures. Thank you.
Okay, yes, thank you very much. There's one question someone asked. And he asked when we are going to become a university. And we said the answer to that question is that we have better days. Okay, I said someone asked one question earlier on and asked, when are we going to become a university? So I just said, let me respond to that question. We are having better days ahead. That's what I want to tell you. Better days ahead. Stay with us. But one thing you can bear witness to is the fact that you are getting courses that matters to your life, that matters to the life of your children, that matters to the life of, in fact, as I'm talking to you, we have cases where Americans sit down in a classroom and take our course, all white. In fact, they are even taking these courses now more than even those of us from Africa. The last time we checked, we have students from over 102 countries taking courses with us. We are not in a hurry to become a university, but like I said, there are better days ahead, and just be expecting the good news anytime. But for now, let's solve the problem on ground. Let's solve the backlog of problems. There are so many graduates that have come out of university, they don't even know their left from their right. They don't even know where next to go. They have a degree, they don't have anything to do with. They have a degree, they don't even know what to do with the degree. But what we have decided to do, and we are doing, is that we want to give everybody hope that if you studied English, you can become something else. If you studied law, you can become something else. That there are so many things you can become on earth, and we are giving you the opportunity to have a foundation. Like this project management training you have now, with it, you can start dreaming to become a project manager. We have something like level 2 mental health, with it, you can start saying you want to become a mental health care giver, to even be able to work even in UK mental health institutions. So you, with your English language, literature, or whatever, you can gradually squeeze your way to become a mental health care counselor. So that is the kind of education we are providing right now, to give people hope and to open doors for everybody. So like again, if you talk about university, just watch out, better days ahead are coming. God bless you.
All right, this is a good one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.